Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Joe Daddy's Garage. It is Monday, December 26th, 2022. That's right. We're about a week away from 2023. I hope you're prepared for it. Um, hope you all had a good Christmas. And I hope you've all endured this crazy weather we're having. Uh, I know it got pretty rough here in Georgia, but it's been a lot worse in other parts of the country. And, we can deal with what we're having here as far as cold weather. But some of the other parts of the country has just been terribly, terribly cold, and to the point where people have, I know up in Buffalo, New York and stuff, there was people dying, freezing in their cars. And that's just sad. That is really sad. So even though um, we've had to deal with some of that stuff, it could be a lot worse. It could always be worse. I know it's been a struggle just to keep any kind of temperature in here with the cold temperatures that we've had, and had a close call with a frozen pipe, which is so trivial compared to a lot of the stuff going on. But it's part of it. It's part of the reality of enduring these kind of weather patterns and stuff like that. So hopefully we never see this kind of cold again. This from what I understand, it was a massive cold front that got through our jet stream from Siberia, and that's why we experienced this. So let's just hope that never happens again. We don't need it. So anyway, I'm glad you're all here. As I said, Merry Christmas to everybody, and let's look forward to a happy New Year, 2023. Now, I know I mentioned here, it's cold. We're going to talk about cars, and we will. So if you have any questions that you want to bring up or mention or anything like that, that's fine. We can go off subject. It doesn't really matter. It's a freebie kind of night. Don't plan to get a whole lot done, or haven't been able to get a lot done this past week because of the cold weather. But I want you to know I'm doing better. I had a tooth pulled last week. So it was supposed to happen in January, like the 24th. And they called me up and says, hey, we have an opening tomorrow, which was last Tuesday, and said, if you can get in here 2 o'clock or whatever it was, we'll take care of that. So, yay, that was fun. There's still a little bit of swelling there, a little bit of tenderness, but I think I'm going to be, it's much better than it was. I can tell you that for a fact. The back is doing okay, so I'm looking forward to getting back out here and getting work done as soon as I can. Let's see who's here tonight, and we'll go on from there. And if you do have a question, and it's a good question, or any question, I'll give you a bell. If you give a response to that question, you get a bell as well, and you just may get a bell just because. First in tonight, 6 o'clock, Terry Keithley. Hope everyone had a safe Christmas. Please hit the like and thumbs up for Barry. Thank you kindly. Yes, thank you, Terry. Glad you're here. Dave Britton, I am in here where it is warm. Okay. And I know you're up in Canada, right? Up in Canada. Crash Rider checking. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. I missed a stop. Reset that. Crash Rider from Southern Indiana. Good evening to everyone. Let's give Jody an after Christmas present by hitting the like button. Yes, definitely. Rick Gain checking in. Merry Christmas all. I've had enough of the cold. Yeah, he's up in New Jersey. So, yeah, I don't blame him at all. Glad you're here, Rick. Steve Grimes checking in from Middle Pennsylvania. I know it's cold there, too. I know it's been rough. So, glad you're here, Steve. Mr. Mikey. It was 62 degrees today in southern Texas. Glad to be here. Powder-coated an oil pan today. Well, that's something. That's good for you. Glad you're here. Jerry checking in from the Money Pit, Middle Tennessee. Yes, it's cold, and I like talking cars. Click the thumbs up button. Yes, thank you, Jerry. All right, let's see. Nandu. Whoop. Wait a minute. My scroll jumped way ahead there. I'm supposed to be on Nandu. There he is. Nandu. Hi, Barry and everyone. Hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas. Yes, thank you. Robert checking in. Merry Christmas, everyone. 57 here today and 70 on Wednesday. Was hoping it was going to be 70 tomorrow for wherever Jerry is taking me. Okay, so you have a surprise. I'm assuming a surprise Christmas something going on, and Jerry's going to take you somewhere. Let's just hope it's not off in the woods somewhere and you don't come back. Surprise! Glad you're here, Robert. Bob Shoemaker, good evening all from Thawing Out, Oklahoma. Yes, glad you're here, Bob. Yeah. Yeah, everybody, it's rough. Tommy checking in from Busted Knuckle Garage in Birmingham. And he's wishing everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you, Tommy. Appreciate it. Chris Greenaway, Happy Festivus. Happy Festivus. Car Guy Troy, Merry Christmas to all. That snow bomb thing kind of missed us in Utah. A little colder than usual, but nothing like what it looked like for Colorado eastward and clear down to Texas. Hope all are okay. Well, that is surprising, but I'm glad you didn't have to endure those temperatures. Because, man, it was, I think we hit a low of, 9 degrees here? I think it was 9. That is extremely cold for the state of Georgia. I can tell you that. Extremely cold. Harvey checking in from Rallycat Garage. Merry Christmas, Barry, from what feels like the North Pole. Chris, after snow blowing the driveway 3 times, I could say Mr. Snow Miser came and had a visit. Okay. Desert Rat 2000. Hey, Barry, as you can see, I've been enjoying the gas bill. Yes, you have, and I've enjoyed your comments. And I like to see you're getting through them and interacting as you go. So I'm glad you're enjoying them. Glad you're here. Let's see. Chris says we have abandoned vehicles stuck in 8 to 12 foot snow drifts. I remember days like that back in the 70s growing up in Pennsylvania. We had some really rough weather back then. Dawn checking in. Hi, Barry, from Jeanette, Pennsylvania. Glad you're here, Dawn. And we have EJ McConaughey. Hello from West Georgia. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you as well, EJ. Lynn, hello from work. I'm just going to be listening. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. Yes, thank you, Lynn. Glad you're listening at least. Jeff, awesome, man. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that so much. Appreciate that. Wild Bill, evening, Barry. Evening, Bill. Glad you're here. Michael Pagliarini, hello all. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Michael. Let's see. Robert, she is taking me somewhere for my birthday tomorrow, possibly a large field or a deep lake. That's what I was saying. You got to be careful when you get those kind of random invites. Hey, we're going to go somewhere special. Look at the flowers. Yeah. Just be careful. We want you coming back. Yeah, there's not a whole lot that I've been doing. I'll just be very blunt. Normally I make like a Patreon video for a shop update type of thing. And there's really not much to update. I mean, it's cold, and it's hard to get stuff done when you're cold. And I've said it before, I hate being cold. Hate it. Now, the good thing is, of course, we had Christmas, and we, those are times we get together with our kids and now our grandkids, and so that was enjoyable. That was really fun, because not only did we have all 3 of our kids, and our daughter-in-law and our 2 grandkids, but we also had a girlfriend for our younger son. She was there with us too, and of course our daughter was here. But the grandkids are just really what makes it the highlight. And the grandson's 3 years old, granddaughter's a little over 1 year old, and just her getting some involvement is kind of cool. When they're little like that. And she's at a point now where she's standing and stuff like, she's not walking just yet, but she's close. We were hoping for a little Christmas miracle yesterday, but it didn't quite happen. So she was standing. But we did have some, of course, obvious gift exchanges and all that sort of thing. And I have to show you a couple things that I got. Just have to show you a couple things. My kids know me. And I got this. You can see the reflection of the computer. I got the AC/DC Back in Black album. My kids know me. Yeah, and not only that, but they brought us one of those little record players too, that you can play these on. So pretty cool. Shout out to my kids. And then another one. Hey, they can't go wrong with this one. They can't go wrong with this. Check this out. They got me a Lego Iron Man. What was funny is they were like, we weren't sure if you would want something like that. I'm like, oh, sure I do. It's Iron Man. How can I not? And look, I'm old enough. 9 plus. And then I looked at it earlier and I said, wait a minute. 361 pieces. Or 81. 381 pieces. What? That's a lot of pieces and parts to build a little Iron Man. But that's cool. And I will say that I have a love-hate relationship with Lego. I really do. If you ever seen the TV show, they have like the How It's Made series, or the toys that made America, or whatever, the cars that made America, and all these different things. And they talk about Legos, right? And we all had Legos when we were kids, and they were simple. You know, snap, snap. Look, I built a fort. Look, I built a house. Look, I built another house. Really simple stuff that we could build with those Legos. And time goes on, and Lego starts investing in a different product line, let's say. Well, again, wait a minute. This even says batteries included. So it has, okay, it says batteries included. So it must have a functioning light. But anyway, what I see now, like we had Legos, and then we had model kits. You'd get a plastic model from Monogram or Revell or whoever, and you would build your own classic car, your own Mustang, your own Camaro, your own truck, whatever. And it was built from specific designs. But what Lego has done now has become fancy model kits. That's really all they are. I mean, because look, what else are you going to build with that? Nothing. You're going to build an Iron Man, and that's it. That's it. That's all you get. That's why I've said I've always been a fan of like the old Erector sets, because even though you had a manual to show you what you could build, you could also build other things. But Legos have become high-priced model kits. That's really what it is. You can't do anything else with it. I know it's a big thing. They sell these like Star Wars. You can build the Millennium Falcon and all that stuff, or Millennium Falcon, and people pay hundreds of dollars for them, and I'm like, it's still just it's a model kit. It's not even creative anymore. You just follow the directions, put it together, model kit. Look, I'm done. What else can I build? Nothing. Anyway, I do appreciate it. I think it's going to be kind of cool. I'll put it together and have fun doing it, I hope. Nick is checking in. Glad you're here, Nick. Hello. Glad you're here. Chris, we have 3.5 to 4 feet of snow in some parts of the lawn. I think the storm was particularly bad because the lakes aren't frozen. Yeah, I know Buffalo, New York got pounded but they normally do because of the lake effect. But it's even worse now. Oh, Car Guy Trill, what did you get for Christmas? New tools, cool stuff. Yeah, well, I showed a couple things. And then I also know stuff like, I like the peanut butter pretzel thing. And they get me ones from Trader Joe's. They get the like chocolate covered pretzels with peanut butter inside. Good stuff like that. And some other odds and ends. It was good. Good Christmas. Jerry, hi Barry, howdy y'all. Robert is a grouch. That's all I got. Jerry, take Robert to Buckeye Country to convert him. Terry, oh. Robert, how many lights did you get? Oh, actually, I didn't. No lights. No lights this year. I got one last year. Really cool, rechargeable light. No lights this year. Jerry says, Terry, I will take him somewhere, that's for sure. Maybe leave him there. Rick, will there be a video you putting together the Lego Iron Man putting together the Lego Iron Man without instructions? That would be interesting. And I'm going to say no. No. Nope, not going to do that. Robert's talking to Terry there. Okay. Aaron, I just pick up big totes of Lego at garage sales, and then bam, you could be creative and cheap too. Yeah, yeah. You know, like I said, I know at my grandmother's house, that's the only Legos we ever had, was ones my grandmother had for us. I never had any of my own. It was like a community set. That's all we had, like a round container full of whatever, white and red. I don't even know what color they were. But yeah, you could, here you go, build a house. David, great gift. I wore the back and black cassette tape out back in 1981 driving around in a 71 Chevelle. Yep. I still have, believe it or not, I still have my tape collection from probably 84, 85. I stole all my cassette tapes of AC/DC and Led Zeppelin and Cheap Trick and ZZ Top and Iron Maiden, Metallica. I have all those tapes just stashed away. Now, what good is it? I don't know, because I can't play them. I don't have anything. I don't think I have anything that can play them anymore. So, not sure if it's worth hanging on to them. Dawn checking in. Hello, all you kind folk. Just got my Wi-Fi up. 41 degrees and raining. Well, that's not bad, I guess. That's better than 9 degrees and ice. So, hopefully that's a good thing. Aaron, I got an induction cleaning process, pressure bottle, and also the 6.6 fender repair panels like the one you used, Barry. Oh, okay. Good. Hope you get them all put together. That'll be nice. Cargo Troy, my boys have all kinds of those Lego kits. They're amazing. The Millennium Falcon is like $1,000. The Techniques ones are super neat. Love them. Yeah. I mean, they're cool, but I'm just kind of on my model kit type of thing. But yeah, they're bringing crazy money for some of that stuff. Let's see, Rick. If you can put a car together on video, you can put Iron Man together. Whoever wants to see Barry put Iron Man together on video, let him know. Thank you, Rick. Chris, Joe, I can gladly call Jack Frost and ask him for a white Christmas in the shop. Yeah, no thanks. Not for us. And Robert, I would love the Techniques kits, but $400 for a kit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's outrageous. It's outrageous what they're charging for these things. Now I get it. There's value in the design, right? The tooling to make all these little pieces. Because the reality is, if you look at this box, right, and you look at this character, you can't make anything else from that. But the difficulty is, you can't make probably anything else that any of these pieces would correlate to. So there's a lot of manufacturing that goes into making the pieces for this. If there's 381 pieces, that means there probably maybe some overlap on like the hand grips or something, like the fingers. You can have the joints may overlap with something, I don't know, but the shape of it, you can't use that for anything else. So yeah, there's investment with making the tooling for all that stuff, but yeah. They know the value of people wanting to collect those things as well, so that all increases the price. Let's see, Lightning Rod. Hello from your home state of PA. Pork and sauerkraut is a week away. Yes. Yes. You got to throw some apples on top to help with the acidity. But yeah, in the crock pot. Good stuff. Chris, been negative 11 here for today. Okay, that's pretty cold. Relatable to where you live, though. But that is definitely very cold. I don't want any of that. Dawn, knowing Barry, he'll probably custom fit the parts. That's a possibility. You never know. Mitch, hey Barry, I have a 67 coupe with full original interior, including headliner. However, I recently found out I have no wiring from the dash to dome light socket. Any ideas how to install wires easily? Easily. Well, what you can do, I mean, you're gonna have to take something loose, obviously. You don't want to mess with the headliner if you don't have to. So I say what you can do, a couple ways you can approach this. And just in quick thought, I can't remember exactly which way the wiring goes, but normally it's pinned to something, like it's clipped onto something else, the crossbow or the main structure of the roof or something like that. Give me just 1 second. Hold on. I want to look at something. Almost there. Almost there. Okay, I wanted to look at the Blue 68. So the wiring on the 68 goes to the right rear sail panel. Okay, and yes, there is a clip that holds the wiring up. I can't say it's that critical if you want to have the light in there, obviously, but that's what holds it up. And then it goes over top of the headliner bow, and then through a pocket into the sail panel. So what you have to come up with is maybe a piece of wire. I know it's a challenge. You don't want to have anything that's going to poke a hole in your headliner, but you could use a piece of wire and snake it into the cavity down into the back. But it's also going to mean you're going to have to pull out at the minimum the back seat and the right rear trim panel. There's really no way around that. You could maybe come up through above the wheelhouse, possibly, but you're still going to have to get something from the light opening back across the roof and then down through the sail panel. Without pulling something loose, it's really going to be difficult. But that's the only way I could see it, is use a piece of wire. I would say a coat hanger, but that's maybe a little stiff. So even a piece of like welding wire might work if you have something like that. And you can put a loop on the end of it so you don't poke into your headliner, and just kind of fish it back into that corner and try to get it to drop in where you can hook onto a wire and pull it back out. So that's typically how you get around that sort of thing. I'm not sure you're going to be able to without fighting with a lot of stuff. So hope that helps, but that's a good question. Nick, you could make Don Cheadle just paint it. Oh, you're talking about the Iron Patriot. I have one of those somewhere around here. Somewhere. Actually, I have one of those. But yeah, that's a good idea. Harvey, I enjoy my 1-to-1 scale 68 Mustang model kit. Me too. Me too. Chris Berry, false Lego change. Wait a minute. False. Lego change. I don't know what you're saying there. Dye colors and a lot of parts are not one-offs. Get reused in multiple lines. Well, that may be, but I'm just talking about this specific. Oh. I'm just talking about this specific kit. I really doubt there's many pieces that overlap with something else. Because, I mean, it's just, Iron Man is unique. Very unique. But I get it, what you're saying. There's other pieces, joints and stuff, and different things that can overlap and make it work. Nick, I'm going to make a 1.25 to 1 Mustang. It'll be hard to reach the pedals, though. So you're going to make one bigger. Is that what you're saying? Wait. He says, I think that should have been 1 to 1.25. I don't know, but it's going to be big. Well, you could do like Smokey Yunick and make this 7/8 scale Chevelle. Yeah. I wouldn't want a Mustang any smaller. I don't think, no smaller. They're small enough as it is. You're right. Go up scale. I would like to see that when you're done. Aaron, Could he use maybe fish tape? The ends on them is folded over and used for running home wiring. Possibly. Possibly. Robert, tried using the thin fiberglass fishing rods that Harbor Freight carries, but poke a hole in that old material. He means poking, not puking. Poking a hole in that old material is very easy. Yes. Yeah, and it's tricky. I mean, but you get the idea what we're talking about. Something that is rigid enough that you can get it there and then get it back. But yeah, the fish tape might work. As Aaron had said, that's a good idea. Basically, yeah, you're going to have to experiment. Rick, tie something metal to a string, use a magnet underneath the headliner to pull the string along where you need the wire to go, then you have something to pull through. Hope that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know how tough his material is, though. If you've got... If you get something bound between the magnet and what you're pulling, that could be difficult, but not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Mr. Mikey, I like the age bracket 9+. Yeah, me too. Mitch, thanks for all the help and ideas. I'll come back and tell everyone how I did it. Okay, sounds good. Chris, the one-offs are paid off by the regular inline parts. Yeah, I get that. Car guy, Troy, the car stereo shops use some sort of stiff shielded wire, almost like a coax, to fish stuff through. I think you can buy that stuff from online from Amazon. That might be a good thing. You could almost use, I don't know. I was thinking maybe like the Ethernet cable, but that's not going to be stiff enough to get it where you need it to go. It's got to be stiff enough to get it back into that sail panel. Dave, let's say you have $10,000 spent on your shop, tools, or card project as a Christmas gift. What would you spend it on? Ooh, boy, that's a good question. $10,000. Well, that probably wouldn't be enough to make the shop bigger as I want it. Might though, because I'm pretty good on tools myself. But if I could expand the shop, I probably would like to do that. Now, as far as projects, if I could pick up a '69 Fastback that was not a VIN number. It needs to be more than just a VIN number. Probably in that range. That would be a really good Christmas gift. But yeah, there's not much. I really can't think that anything I could add to the shop that would make it better. As far as tools and equipment, I'm pretty set on that. I think space would be the big thing that I would like to have. Otherwise, I would probably, at this point, I mentioned last week that we are considering doing this camper thing, my wife and I. And I don't know if everybody was here or not, but we're considering the idea of doing a traveling type of thing to where she and I load up in a motorhome, tow a car behind us, and we go from here to point B. Point B could be Indiana. Point B could be Tennessee. It could be Pennsylvania. It could be anywhere. And the idea is we would do a traveling type of thing to where we could make videos like vlogging what we're doing, going to point B. And then we could also, the goal is to get to somebody's shop, home shop, and me help them with their project and make videos of that happening. So it would be, to that end, I could see taking $10,000 and putting it towards a motorhome to make that happen. We're actively searching for a motorhome right now to see if we can find something. It may not even be this year. It may have to be next year. I'm going to finish up this project behind me. I've got the '69 Fastback coming from Florida that I'm going to be working on, along with a variety of other stuff that I'll probably try to get done. But ideally, if we could pull this off, it would be late spring, maybe early summer, travel wherever we can, help somebody with their project, do a little sightseeing, come back home, and it could timeline could vary as to how long we could stay or where we need to go. So yeah, that might be it might be helpful. Might be helpful to get on that path. I think it would be really cool to do that. I've been wanting to do that for a while, and previously I had mentioned to my wife about doing it, of just me going somewhere and working on somebody's project with them, and she didn't like that. She didn't like that. She wanted to be, she didn't want to be left at home, and I get it. I get it. So we're trying to figure something out. Because, hey, it would be nice to travel, but interact with people and help them with their projects. But good question, Dave. Ray Buckman, evening all. Hope everyone had a great Christmas. Glad you're here, Ray. Chris is saying to Dave, a cement pad and a metal shop. There you go. That's a good call. Mr. Mikey says, Dave, a 2-post lift. That's another good call. You both get a bell. Nick says, lift and beer, or maybe a beer lift. Yeah, beer escalator. You could have a little escalator, brings it up to you. Dave, you never hear a guy complain that his shop is too big. Yeah. The only time I had a complaint in that manner was when we had the body shop originally, the first shop we were set up at. It was big enough that you could get probably 4 cars in there. Plus, it had the paint booth area, and it suited what we were doing. It did. And then my partner had aspirations of making it into a much bigger shop, and we did that. We ended up going and getting into a really much bigger shop. I think it was 7,500 square feet, something like that. We could probably get 20 cars in there. Had the paint booth inside. It was a really nice shop. But when you get big shops like that, you get big overhead. Trying to keep it warm in the winter, cool in the summer, all the utilities, all the rentals and all that stuff adds up real quick. So as long as I had it here and it was under my control and, good sized place, it'd be great. But, yeah, never too big. Robert, if you think your shop is too big, it means you need a golf cart to drive around it. Yeah, there you go. Here's something. And I'm going to go off in just a little bit of a tangent just for a minute. Hey, you want some coffee? Everybody wants that coffee. There's a guy that I don't want to name him specifically. But he's bad. He had a TV show for a little while, I think. And apparently he's making lots of money, whatever he's doing. And that's good for him. It really is good. That's good for him. But it's come to light that he has recently added on to his space, and he put up a really big shop, a really big shop. And I think they were talking about having to move cars from his old shop on his property to storage kind of on his new space. And somebody brought up that they were asking him about all the cars that were there, apparently were on the show that he had. And basically it was kind of all of a scam in what I'm seeing. Like, the show depicted this idea that people were asking him to build a certain car or whatever, and he was building these really weird, barely running vehicles. And apparently it was all a rig. Like, nobody was ordering these things. They were people that they hired to bring in and pretend like they wanted this car, and he has all those. And so It just goes to show you what you see on TV or what, sometimes what's going on, that it's not true. But apparently it got the ball rolling for him, and he ended up, much wealthier for it. But it is what it is. Okay, Chris, Dave, it's not complaining about it's too big for more space, for more junk for you may possibly need, but will never give or sell. Okay. Terry says, don't forget the shoe fly pie for New Year's Eve. That would be awesome. That would be very good. Nick, I just worry about heating it the bigger it gets. That is very true. That is very true. Because you don't realize, like, I can tell you, I'm nervous about what our gas bill is going to be for the house this coming month. Because it seemed like we have 2 furnaces on the house. One would kick off and the other one would kick on. And then they'd switch back and forth. It's like, well, we're warm. What's the price? What is the price for paying for heat? So, Leonard, how's everyone doing this evening? Hope doing okay. Yes, glad you're here, Leonard. Chris, has anyone heard you might be able to use the E word for Mustang? Shelby is in a lawsuit over it, apparently. Actually, as Nick had said, you can now. They won. Eleanor is a free market, which is good. I don't know how they're going to handle that with the fact that my understanding is the woman who made all those claims, or was suing people. His widow, H.B. Halicki, that she had sued and won money from people. So I'm wondering how that's going to come out. Like, can they get that money back? Is she going to go bankrupt because of all this, bad decisions? I don't know. I don't know. It's just really bizarre, the whole situation. But yeah, apparently it's been settled. Rick, with regards to the unnamed guy, he needs to remember this: be nice to the people you meet on the way up, because you're going to meet the same people on the way back down. Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true. Suburban Hooligan, I wonder if that means Beef or Bill can get their Eleanor project back, if it even exists anymore. Because they probably, I don't know, they may have destroyed it. I know that was a big deal. So, I don't know. Good question. And Chris, project cars were lost also. Yeah. Yeah, it's really, I mean, I'm hoping it's fully settled, like they're saying, and there's not like a countersuit, or they try to get it flipped back over again. You know how it is, because there's apparently major money involved with this, major money, and on one hand, I get it from her side that the name was used in that movie, which made it famous, which also was used in the other movie through licensing or whatever. I get all that. I really do. Copyrights, all that sort of thing. And nobody really wins, I don't think, in the end. You end up with people being sued for this, countersued for this. The only ones that win are the lawyers. There you go. There you go. Bell for the lawyers. Raking it in off of people that are suing each other left and right. So, but I'll just sit back and watch. Give me the popcorn. I'll just watch. I don't want to be part of it. Let me think what else there was I wanted to mention. Oh, I was talking about, oh yeah, Dawn. B is for Bill would have to sue to get their car back. Yeah. I'm sure they would. Ed says, okay, one more hint on the show you were talking about. This guy, he had, he's bad. He's got a weird accent. You probably know him. I'm not going to bring it up. But yeah, his name rhymes with bad. And he, don't get me wrong, I'm happy he's making money. That's awesome. That's fantastic. If you can take something you love to do and make it lucrative, fantastic, fantastic. But when you look at some of those things that are manipulated to make those sort of things happen, that's what bugs me. It's the way it is. We see it every day on any kind of TV show, any kind of broadcast news. We all know it's all where what they want you to hear and want you to see, and we're just kind of sitting back and whatever. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. I did get in. I don't have it out here. I did get in the order for the U-Pole undercoating kit, let's say. So I have that in. So that's going to get started pretty soon on the front end of this Bronco. And obviously I need to get good temperatures. I can't, that's part of the problem with having limited heat and air in this shop. Granted, I can get it to where it's comfortable for me. I think right now even it's like 64 or something like that. And I actually have another heater on the floor over here. But to spray materials, you need to have good temperatures, and there's really no way around that. You can adjust a little with your reducer, based on temperatures, but you really need to have good temperatures to spray. So that becomes a challenge, real challenge. Nick, got to go. Work. Have a great New Year's, everybody. Thank you, Nick. Glad you were here. Let's see. Dave, does this bad guy happen to be Canadian? Constantly praises his wife. I think he does, yeah. Yeah, like Nova Scotia or something. Somewhere in that area. I'm just saying, good for him. Good for him. There's other ones out there who are doing similar things, and good for them. Good for them. I like to sleep at night. Robert, the problem is not just getting it warm or cool, but your materials and the car all have to be the same temperature. That is true. Yes. Yeah, and that's the difficulty. Whenever you can only get us like this space so warm, but you need to have all those materials working together to make it happen. So yeah, valid point. Dave Britton says, odd fella. Yes. And I think that's what sells. I really do. I think it's, he is such an odd person. I think that's the selling point. If you're too normal, they don't like that. They don't want normal. They want either somebody with a real odd personality or something like that, or they want something like, what was the motorcycle guys? The dad and son, OCC, where they're arguing and fighting and throwing stuff and having explosive thing, whatever. I really can't do that. I'm not geared for it. It's like, this is where I like to ride that wave, just nice and smooth. Robert says Abby normal. I know it says Ably, but he means Abby normal. Yes. Yeah. And Lightning Rod, you are too normal. Yeah, I know. And that's and it's funny. I've actually been someplace and I've met other people who they recognize who I was. Not very often. And we all have this image. We see somebody on TV, or whether it's YouTube or whatever, and this person just it's almost like they felt kind of insecure to talk to me, and I said, man, I'm just a regular person. There's nothing. Just because of what I do and make videos and all that sort of thing, I'm just a regular person. I I don't put myself on a pedestal. I don't want any of that stuff. No, no. I get my hands dirty just like everybody else, and I just like to show what I can do and make videos and get people some knowledge that they can use. I've had I had one interesting. I don't know if he posted on YouTube or not, but I had a guy actually sign up. I think he only signed up for a one shot like deal on Patreon, and it was he was able to change the video or change the alternator on his Honda Pilot, and on Christmas Eve, he found my video, he got it fixed, and he was like, "Let me throw you something," So he just gave me a one shot deal on Patreon, which is cool. That's cool. That's fine. But the whole point of the videos is so people can do that sort of thing. There's a lot of I don't know how to word it. There are a lot of people out there who will not show you, the details and the hard parts and that sort of thing. And I just can't do that. I want to make sure everybody has a good understanding of what they're doing to try to help them move forward with their projects. Leonard, has anyone watched the video of the Craig 909? I guess it's here in Southern California, where the owner passed away and they have to relocate all of his Ford parts. Have not seen that. Craig 909. That's kind of sad. I mean, it sounds like he must have had a big storage facility or something, and I guess somebody else owns it now, maybe. Yeah, that's not cool. Dave, maybe you should start freaking out and throw some things around, and you will get your own show. Yeah. Yeah. I just can't. I just can't. Tattoos and a purple beard. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you got to have, what is it, Guy Fieri or whatever his name is, has the crazy blonde hair or something, and that's another thing. Like, you see those shows where people are cooking. I'm like, you're cooking. Okay. How hard can that be? We put these ingredients in this bowl and these ingredients in this bowl, and look, we put it in the oven, and poof, there you have a cake. But as a society, we're like, we eat that up, right? Literally, we eat that up. We want to see these people making food, because it is pretty important. I do like food. I will say that. But I made one video where I made food, and I made an Egg McMuffin. I showed everybody how to make an Egg McMuffin. It was on my other channel. Nate Britton, LOL, yep. Lightning Rod, Yo Daddy's Ho Shop. Crash Rider, rumor has it that Joe Daddy is actually a multimillionaire posing as a retired aircraft employee of modest means. Any truth in that? I wish it were true. I wish it were true. I can tell you that. Yeah. I wish it were. I'd probably be doing more of that traveling thing we talked about, and going places if that were true. But modest means, yeah, that's pretty accurate. Leonard, I'm still waiting for the drive-through. LOL. Yeah. For the my own version of the whatever it was, McDonald's biscuit. Hey, that was pretty good though. Pretty simple idea. It worked. It's funny. I was thinking back, because literally I have thousands of videos on YouTube. In between this channel and the other channel, thousands of videos, and there was one I don't know if it has ever gets watched anymore. I don't know. I did one several years ago about how I wrap Christmas presents. It was just being goofy and pretending that I was wrapping a Christmas present in paint paper that I use for paint work, and then I pretended that I airbrushed it and did some really crazy graphics on it. really, really silly thing, but it was. I just thought about that the other day. I was like, oh, wonder how that video did, or if it's still doing anything. Terry and my wife says you love cats. No, 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 no. No. Still don't love cats. No. Sorry. In fact, there was one of the cats was sitting on the love seat or something last night. I had to sit down next to it, and he kept reaching for me and trying to get me. And I'm like, no, don't touch me. Leave me alone. Bob Shoemaker, Facebook seems to have plenty of food cooking videos. Yeah, I guess they do. I don't know. I guess they do. You know, that's something else. I was trying to do, or not, like my Facebook page, I put stuff on there frequently or try to. And Facebook keeps trying to get me to advertise on there. Like, allow them to put advertisements on that channel, on that Facebook page. I think there's like, I've got about 2,000 followers on Facebook. And I've tried to avoid that as much as I can as far as the ads or, you know, I get it. They want to make money. But I just haven't, I've just tried to shy away from that as much as I could. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff on there. And then I have other companies, they contact me and they say, oh, we want to help you. Yeah, we want to help you. We want to help you make more money. Really? How's that? And they want to take, somehow have access to my videos. Careful there. And make like shorter videos that they can put on my Facebook page. And I'm sure there's a cut for them somewhere. They're not going to do anything with it, you know. But all kinds of stuff like that. Oh, that's the other thing. I had, I've had a couple of offers from different companies that I always get these like Yes Welder sending me welders, right? I've had the Hulkman jump starter, the Loki Thor jump starter. I've had the little radio thing or speaker that I did a video on, and I had a company contact me the other week, and they're going to send me a scan tool. A pretty nice scan tool by the looks of it. I don't know where it's at yet. They said they were going to send it to me. It hasn't shown up yet, but they want me to do a video on that. So I'm going to take advantage of that. You know, I can't say that I want to turn the channel into a, hey, watch this, you know, buy this. I'm not really doing that. If I don't like something, I'll tell you about it. You know what I mean? I try to be as honest as I can with whatever I get in my hands, tools and stuff like that. But they're going to send me a scan tool, and then the other one was Loki Thor. Here's what's funny about the Loki Thor thing. That little air compressor that I did a video on, inflating the tire on Frankentruck. That thing worked great, and I've used it multiple times. I've actually filled up tires multiple times without even recharging that thing. So it's been really, really handy to have. Well, initially, Loki Thor contacted me, and they said, hey, do you want to try out this, you know, this tool? And I said, well, I always ask them, what's the catch? What's the requirement? What do you need from me? Blah, blah, blah. And right off the bat, they said, well, you need to order one of these first, make the video, and then we'll reimburse you for that. And I was like, no. Because at that point, I could just order it. Even if I made a video, it doesn't mean they're going to pay me for that video, like for making the video. In the meantime, I had another company who apparently sells the Loki Thor brand independently of Loki Thor, like whatever. They contacted me and they said, hey, we want to send you one of these to do a video. I said, sure. Boom. They sent it to me. I made the video. I had posted, I think, on Instagram about it or something. And then Loki Thor, the company, contacted me and they were like, we saw your video. That was pretty good. I said, yeah, thanks. Well, now they have contacted me again. They have a new item. And I get it. They want to promote their products. I get it. And I may be interested in doing this one. But apparently, now you're getting this how much stuff can we jam into one thing, right? So, like, I got the jump starter from Hawkman. That's all it is. It's a jump starter. I think it might have a light on it. And then the Loki Thor one is a jump starter, an air compressor with a light on it. Okay, cool. I get all that. The latest product that Loki Thor wants to, they want to. I think they want to send this to me. It's like, it's a jump starter. It has a light on it. It has an air compressor, and a pressure washer. It's a apparently it's just, I don't know if I have a picture of it or not, but apparently, yeah, I don't have it pulled up. It's like a pressure washer, electric pressure washer. So, like, I see the advantage to it. Like, if you're going to go on camping or something, and you want to clean up, let's say you went into the river and you've got a muddy kayak, or you've got your shoes are muddy and stuff like that. This would give you a battery operated attachment that you can hook to a water supply and spray. Let me see. I don't even know where that's at now. Anyway, just one of those things. So I may look into it. I may not. Let me see. Oh yeah, here it is. So this Loki Thor AW401 thing. Jump starter with car washer, 1.5 MPa cordless portable pressure washer kit, 150 psi tire, inflator with digital screen, 2500 peak car battery boost, so you can, jump start your car. Here's the thing, as Robert were conversing on this earlier, he's like, that would be great to have on the camper. That's the angle. That if I decide to, can figure out this camper thing, that would be a great product to have on a camper. Just because you can get a jump starter, tire inflator, light, and the pressure washer thing. But it's kind of hard to. I don't accept. There's a lot of things I just don't accept. There's maybe some crazy product that gets offered to me, and I'm like, do you even watch my videos and know what my channel is? Or are you just looking at my subscriber count, and that gets you interest in my channel? Because, by the way, I just went over 60,000 subscribers on this channel. So, yay. Okay. But yeah, I get all kinds of stuff like that. And one of the oddball things was a company they wanted to send me a bird feeder with a camera on it, some sort of camera that you could watch so you could see the birds eating the food. I'm like, that is not even relatable to my channel. So I was like, no, not interested. But I get some crazy stuff like that sometimes. I don't know if I saw this. Ron Walker says, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Ron. Lightning Rod. Cooking with Joe Daddy. Today's meal is pork and sauerkraut. That would be, yeah. That's probably about the extent. Throw this stuff in a crock pot. See you in 4 or 5 hours. Shane. Joe Daddy's Woke Garage. Just do hours of being offended at everything you work on and scream at it. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, that's exactly right. Stupid thing. Dave, then Barry needs a bright pink beard. Yeah. Yeah. That would definitely turn some heads. Greg checking in. Glad to hear Greg checking in from Australia. Rick, regards to the scan tool, you have to install a data link connector in 68 Mustang in order for it to work. Yeah, that would be a problem. Yeah. Probably not going to be able to pull that off. Leonard, do you see where someone found a 67 Chevy Impala with a factory 427 4-speed in a barn find? I have not, but that does sound pretty cool. 67. I'm not necessarily a fan of the 67 so much as a 65 or 6 Impalas, but still, factory 427 car, yeah. That would be cool. Robert, if it doesn't have a Cracker Jacks box compass and an SOS light, I don't want it. Actually, I think, if I remember, cordless pressure washer, blah blah blah, emergency air pump. Yep, 60-watt two-way fast charging. Up, here it is. In addition, the integrated 500 lumen LED flashlight, strobe SOS. Light up the night and keep you away from danger. Keeps me away from danger. Doesn't keep danger away from me. It keeps me away from danger. Simone checking in. Hello, everyone. Hope you all had a pleasant Christmas. Thank you, Simone. I hope you did too. Chris, Christmas is the best, worst holiday ever. People bake, cook, but they want to save it till the 25th. Then they ask how come they haven't eaten any of it. Yeah. Yeah. Michael, do you have the name of the scan tool, and do you know if it is buy directly? You know, let me see if I'm trying to remember who that was. I don't remember what the company was now. Let me see if I can find that. I don't know. I'd have to find it. I know I have it somewhere, but I can't remember what it was exactly. So, but yeah, the scan tool should be coming. Should be. That's what they said. Let me see if I can. Let me see. Nope. That's not it. I don't know where it's at. Yeah, I'd have to find it again. Sorry. Ed, now if it was a bird feeder camera and had a bug zapper and a MIG welder, that would be a test. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Now you got me wondering where that because I could tell you I get so many emails that it's hard for me to keep up with. I mean, just so many left and right, and it's really hard to keep up with all this stuff. Chris, any idea how much a 351 Cleveland block would be? You know, that is a good question. I actually was looking for one for somebody else at one time, and I found some on like Facebook Marketplace. They were selling a complete engine for like $600, $800. It wasn't going for much, but I don't know the condition of it either. That's the difficulty. Leonard's asking 2 or 4 bolt main, and Chris says 4 bolts preferred. Yeah. I don't know. Now you got me wondering where that email is. Because now I don't know. But I still get. I have several people that are trying to send me welders and all kinds of stuff from different companies. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so I found it. Um, Let me see. Its product is the SC880, and let me see if I can see where that's at. Um, I have a link. Well, it sends me to their page, um, but the well, let's see, I have SC301 and SC204. There's different scanners that they sell. So I don't know exactly. I know it's like their top of the line one that they're trying to get me to do a video on. Um, and the product, yeah, I can have an affiliate program with them. And they said they're going to send it to me. It says 7 to 15 days, but that was Monday, December 12th when they sent me this email. So maybe it'll be here by tomorrow. I don't know. They want me to make a video within 1 month of receiving the product, doing unboxing and all that sort of thing. Yeah. So we'll see. Michael, congratulations on the 60K mark. Thank you. Appreciate that. Leonard says you're looking at about $1,000 for the Cleveland. And Chris says got a 460 with the Merc I'm purchasing, but 460 is not my vision. Yeah, that's a lot of motor. A lot of motor. And Leonard, they can be converted, correct? You talking about to a 4-bolt? Probably can. I don't know what the machining process would run you. Leonard says someone on Facebook has one he's trying to sell. Yeah. Okay. This has been good. I know I'm getting hungry. We were talking about pork and sauerkraut and shoe fly pie and all that sort of thing. Let me tell you, I know it's waiting in the house right now. We do for our Christmas. I know a lot of people may make turkey or ham. I don't even know anymore what people do for Christmas. All I know is for the last forever, like in our house, we do lasagna. Oh wait, let's see. Well, Greg says from Greg's workshop, I Barry got a picture to send you. What can go wrong when a 9-inch grinder goes bang? Ooh. Yeah. If you want to send it to me, Greg, you have my email. If you can get it up, we'll look at it real quick. That's pretty scary. 9-inch grinder go bang. Ooh. Yeah. But what I was trying to tell you, we do lasagna. We don't do regular lasagna either. It's special lasagna. This would be a good cooking show. My wife would have to cook it because it's beyond my scope. Like traditional lasagna has the long noodles and the meat sauce or whatever, and stack it up, put the ricotta cheese or something in there, and cheese on top, and bake it, right? We don't do that. We do ham in the lasagna. Something my mom has done for years. You take the cook out the noodles, and you roll up with the I don't know, whatever ham you like. I think my wife uses like Virginia brand ham or something like that. You make it into long strips, and you roll it up into the noodle with Swiss cheese. Yeah, you roll it up, put the meat sauce down, put the pockets of lasagna on their side, make rows of those, put more meat sauce on top, throw some cheese on top, bake it. Let me tell you, That's the best lasagna you'll ever have. Yes, best lasagna. Anyway, I don't know if Greg can send me that picture or not. Leonard says, yes, a good machine shop can, talking about modifying the Cleveland to a 4-bolt. And Steve, 4-bolt aftermarket splayed caps are the way to go, or buy aftermarket block. There you go. Good answers, both of you. Simone, I had roast turkey, gammon. I don't know what that is. Roast potatoes, stuffing, and gravy followed up with apple crumble with ice cream and a chocolate cheese. Wow, ooh. That sounds really good. I don't know what gammon is, though. Simone. Now you got me guessing. All that sounds really good, though. I do like turkey, potatoes, stuffing. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what gammon is, though. Bob. Cleveland didn't have much of a sizable bolt for the extra main bolt. 3/8 inch, not very big. Okay. So I don't know. Let me see if Greg. I don't know if he can send me the email or not. Whoops, Simone says, hi to Greg, hope you're well. And Chris, a 460 is a lot of motor for money, for minimum, or I guess diminishing return, so 351, 72 date code. The block is what you're looking for. Lightning rod, gammon is a kind of leg of pork after it has been cured by dry salting or brining, which may or may not be smoked. Thank you, Wiki. Gammon is the hind leg of a pig after it has been cured by dry salting. Okay, that sounds interesting. I would eat it. You're darn right I would. Robert, we had chicken dish my mom makes. I took the year off cooking something on the smoker for Christmas. Okay. No, chicken dish is good. Derek, hi, Barry, everyone. Hope you had a great Christmas. How's the snow? My cousin flew in from Canada, was stuck at the airport for 2 days, up to negative 55 in British Columbia, apparently. Yikes. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, they canceled a lot of flights around the country because of this weather phenomenon, yeah, that we're having. So there's lots of people getting stuck in different places, unfortunately. No snow in Georgia, though. Good thing there. No snow. Okay. Yeah, I still don't see anything from Greg. And Simone says, very tasty is gammon. Okay. Robert says, Jerry's supposed to go to Buffalo on Thursday. Ooh. No sightseeing then. Get up there, get the passengers off, get back on a plane, and go back to Texas. Oh, Leonard, I'll send you a recipe for roll-up pizza. It's fantastic. That sounds good. I will try that. Dawn's Manufactory prime rib at Betsyville. Okay. Prime rib, I like it. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. Let's see, Derek Pro. Glad you had no snow, but still cold, right? Yes. Yeah, now, I know it's not as bad as anywhere else, but we had a low temperature of 9 degrees on Christmas Eve, I think it was. And, we had left the water running. That's, just the thing you do. Leave the water running slow so you keep the water circulating and it can't freeze. But you forget about the hot water. When you do that, you think, well, just keep the water. Like, we have a well. So you want to keep the water moving out of the well using ground temperature heat to keep everything else moving, right? So you turn on the cold tap and you're like, okay, I'm good. It's flowing. Well, I got up, I think it was Sunday morning, maybe it was Saturday morning, and uh, I went to use the bathroom and I just checking the water, turned to the cold side, had great flow, turned it to the hot side, and it was like a slow, very slow trickle. Well, that means that the hot water was about to freeze at the other end of our house. It was that close to it. And I turned it on and was able to get the water flowing, and it thawed it out, and we were good to go from there. So always keep that in mind. You don't want, I mean, it's okay to have water moving, but you really want um, both moving. Uh, Robert, there are crews there that have been stuck since the 22nd and not planned to get out till the 28th. I doubt she will be going. Well, if they already have crews there, she doesn't need to go. Well, they don't need her there, is what they're saying. You can just keep taking people there and you can't get them out. They all get their own flight. All the attendants and crew get to fly out of there on the 28th. Ooh, not good. Derek, we are 38 degrees Celsius today. Ooh, that's toasty, right? That's like 90 degrees or something, I think. 38 times 1.8 plus 32. Yeah, that's hot. Dave Britton's asking where. He's in Australia. Yeah, Australia. Last week it was cold here, also 12 to 14 inches of rain, hail, etc., all over the shop here. Wow. Okay. Not good. Dawn, geez, can't find the door hinge plates. Oh, wait a minute. Did you take them out? You took them out of the A-pillars? I always leave them in there. Or I try to anyway. But I'm sure you'll find them. It'll be the last place you look. Guaranteed. The last place you look. Ray, I live in a mobile home and had a slow trickle running on hot and cold just to keep the pipes from freezing. It was cold. Yes. Yeah. You got to keep both lines moving. Rick Stevenson, good everyone. Good evening, everyone. Sorry I'm late. 22 where I am in West Virginia. That is plenty cold. That is plenty cold. I know that looking at the weather, currently in the Atlanta area, it's 34 degrees, which is nice. That's good. Tomorrow is going to be, Tuesday says low of 26, high of 47. Wednesday, low of 26, high of 53. And then it goes up from there to where we'll have highs in the low to mid 60s coming up the rest of this week, or next coming week. So, really excited about that. Leonard, thumbs up, everyone. Yes. Thank you, Leonard. Simone, must go now. 1:20 a.m. here. Good night, everyone. Well, good night, Simone. I'm glad you stopped in. Glad you stopped in. And Dawn says they fell out. Yeah, they do that. It was, whenever they put those together, it was just like slapping a car together on the assembly line. So they just put that plate up in there, get it on, send it. They didn't have any kind of real good retainer system on those. But they'll be there. The last place you look, that's where you'll find them. So start there first. Okay. I'm gonna go in the house and get some lasagna. Leftover lasagna. Good stuff. I'll be back. I'm pretty sure I'll be back on what, New Year's, right? Is that correct? Is that what the calendar says? January 2nd. Yeah. So New Year's is January on Sunday. Monday is the 2nd. So I'll be back here on the 2nd. I hope you all have a good week. I hope you all enjoy time with your family and all that stuff. This time of year, really important to keep those connections strong. And hopefully we can get some more work done on some of our projects with the weather and stuff the way it is. makes it very difficult. But hey, spring is right around the corner. We are past the winter solstice, so the days are going to start getting longer. Big plus there. Simone says, congrats on 60,000, by the way. Thank you, Simone. I appreciate that. Dawn says, thanks. I needed that, Barry. Yeah. Okay. So, again, I'll be back next week, and we'll talk again about what's been going on, and hopefully a positive 2023. So, until next time, take care of yourselves. See ya.